Well, welcome back. Today, the House is set to vote on the long-delayed $70 billion plus ICE and Border Patrol funding package after the Senate passed that bill last week. Party leaders, however, still uncertain over whether there's enough support to send the bill to the president's desk. Meanwhile, the House Republicans already looking ahead to a potential third reconciliation bill, a follow-up to last summer's One Big Beautiful Bill. The Republican Study Committee reportedly meeting with the Congressional Budget Office and the Joint Committee on Taxation to talk about fiscal details surrounding that reconciliation bill. Joining me now to talk about all of that and more is Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Mr. Chairman, great to see you.
Good to be with you.
Thank you so much for being here. So where does everything stand? Today, the vote on the reconciliation bill to fund ICE, will it pass?
I don't know if it passes today. We got a few other things coming on the floor today, but hopefully this week. I mean, again, this just underscores how ridiculous the left and the Democrats have become. They shut down the government, 42 days last fall, 70-some days this spring. They shut down the Department of Homeland Security, and then we had to pass all of that except funding ICE and Customs and Border Protection. Now we're trying to do that, and we'll see if we can get the votes. I think we will be able to.
Okay. I mean, you would think so, that the Republicans want to fund ICE and Customs and Border Patrol.
But understand what the Democrats have done. I said this yesterday in the Rules Committee, that there's been a systematic plan to, just a crazy plan that they've executed. First, they let in 10 million during the Biden administration.
Right.
10 million illegal migrants. Then they create sanctuary jurisdictions, which makes it difficult to remove those illegal migrants when they commit another crime. And then third, they say we're not going to fund the guys who do the removing. We're not going to fund ICE. I mean, such a deal. The system let in 10 million sanctuary jurisdictions. By the way, sanctuary jurisdictions are now account for almost a third of the country lives in that kind of jurisdiction. Big cities, 18 big cities, 11 big blue states, where local law enforcement is told by the political class don't work with federal law enforcement when it comes to enforcing federal law. That's how crazy the left has become. And then not funding us. So we got to get this done so that they can actually enforce the law.
Yeah, well, you've also got an extension of the Section 702 for FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Yeah. That expires this week. Where does that stand? Hakeem Jeffries said there's no scenario where he would support FISA Section 702 renewal with Bill Pulte serving as acting DNI.
Yeah, once again.
How does that have anything to do with it?
Once again, the left taking another crazy position. What was it? The president said, you know, common sense versus crazy. We're not gonna renew a program that comes due this Friday. On the 12th. We're not going to renew this program because of the nominee the president's put forward as interim and acting director of ODNI. It makes no sense to me. We'll see how this shakes out as well. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll find out.
Why is that such a major point of contention in terms of President Trump's appointment of Bill Pulte?
I mean, the Democrats have just said their position he's not qualified, but my position is the president's nomination.
They just want to stop his agenda.
That's been their whole focus in the entire first term and the entire second term. It's always whatever he's for, they're going to be against, and so much so that they're willing to shut down the government. As I said in the last fall, they're willing to shut down the government this spring. They're not willing to fund ICE, and here they are not willing to pass an important national security tool that needs to be passed.
So, I mean, Democrats are urging Republicans to ask President Trump to withdraw this appointment. Is that what you're hearing as well?
Oh yeah, it's a standoff.
They don't want it. It's a standoff.
We'll see.
Oh gosh.
We'll see how it shakes out.
Let me ask you about the Southern Poverty. Well, I mean, hours from now, you've got the head of the Southern Poverty Law Center testifying in front of your committee, the Judiciary Committee. It follows the DOJ's expanded indictment here, accusing the group of funneling millions of dollars in tax-exempt funds to Ku Klux Klan and other extreme groups. What should we understand about this, Mr. Chairman? The SPLC, by the way, is denying all of these allegations.
No, they're
saying that the DOJ is vindictive prosecution.
No, they're running a scam. They were paying people to foment the hate they told their donors they were fighting. In simple terms, this is. Remember when Rahm Emanuel several years back, when he worked in when he was chief of staff in the Obama administration, he said, "Never let a crisis go to waste." Southern Poverty Law Center took it a step further. They said, "We're going to create the crisis. We're going to pay people to gin up the hate, and then we're going to tell our voters that our donors, excuse me, that we're actually fighting it." And they ran a scam, and it paid off for them. They made a ton of money. But my biggest takeaway from all this is, while they're doing all this, tripled their income after the crazy events that they helped put together, where they were coordinating, some of the people they were paying, coordinating that event in Charlottesville, where they almost tripled their income. The real problem is they became the standard. The DOJ, the Biden DOJ was meeting with the Southern Poverty Law Center every single quarter. They brought in SPLC people to train their prosecutors to look for hate. And, of course, the groups they labeled hateful were all conservative pro-family groups like the Family Research Council, like Moms for Liberty. But they never labeled Jane's Revenge, the group that did so much violence and vandalism in the aftermath of the Dobbs decision with crisis pregnancy centers and churches. They never got labeled that. So they set them up as the standard when they were a fraud. They were paying people to go. They paid one source over $1 million to go a part of the National Aryan Motorcycle Club, the National Socialist. This is how bad they were.
Wow.
And so we got their executive director in front of us today, and we'll have some questions for him.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance is also recommending a DOJ criminal investigation into Governor Walz, the Minnesota governor, and Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison over the fraud scandal there and over them ignoring it. You got a new House Oversight Committee report accusing both of them, the Minnesota officials, of failing to tackle fraud in the state's social services programs, despite allegedly being aware of it since 2019.
Yeah. This was, they knew about it, but they didn't address it because of the politics. In fact, there's a statement from, it's actually a Somali American who worked in the Attorney General's office there in Minnesota, and this individual said they wouldn't tackle the problem because they were concerned about the political implications of going after a key voting bloc. That's his words. And this is a Somali American working in the AG's office, in Mr. Ellison's office. It was all about politics, and they didn't tackle the fraud that was there, so thank goodness JD is. Thank goodness that Colin McDonald in the Justice Department is the point person on this, and they're digging into this issue and prosecuting people as well. It was just a pure scam. The Feeding Our Future program, that's the one I always point to. They've already indicted this individual, and she got sentenced to 41 years, the person who headed up this organization. But it was supposed to provide meals to kids when kids weren't in school back during COVID. The only problem was there were no meals and there were no kids. They were simply stuffing money in their pockets. They were filling out the forms. We fed this many people, getting the money, stuffing it in their pockets, just pure fraud.
Wow.
That's the kind of stuff that they're digging into, and God bless the Justice Department and the Vice President for the work they're doing here.
That is incredible. Okay, you've got also this new judiciary report accusing the NFL of stretching the law's limits, limited antitrust exemption. What are you looking for here? This is arguing that America's most popular sports league has ignored the narrow guardrails of the 1961 Sports Broadcasting Act. What do we need to know about this?
Well, when you look at antitrust law, I mean, understand what happened. In 1961, the NFL came to Congress and said, if you don't give us some relief from the antitrust law, we're not going to have a league, because you'll have the big teams in, New York, Chicago, L.A. They'll get a better TV deal than Green Bay, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. And so we need to come together, collude, pool our resources, and negotiate a contract, TV contract. They said, and Congress said, okay, you can do that. But it's called the Sports Broadcasting Act. They did that for broadcasting. Today's environment's much different. It's not just broadcasting.
Right.
It's cable, it's satellite, it's streaming, and they got all that. And so what we're saying is the standard that's always been there, that the key standard when you look at the law is what's in the best interest of the consumer welfare standard. So we're simply looking at this. Do we need to tweak something? Do we need to change something? We love the NFL. God bless them. Great sport, America's sport now. We love all that. But we're hearing concerns from fans, from our constituents, to say it costs a lot. I got to go find out if the Thursday night game is on Netflix or Amazon, and the Sunday game is CBS. And that's the concern. And so we did a little investigation. We put out a report yesterday, and we're having a hearing tomorrow.
Well, I mean, look, people are wondering why they have to pay up to watch their favorite sports. I mean, it's not just the NFL, by the way. I mean, the other day I had the CEO of Netflix on, and I asked him, how come my friend had to go get an Amazon account just to watch the Knicks?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the frustration here, and frankly, it costs some money for your typical to watch football. Sunday, it's like Sunday afternoon, it's CBS and Fox. Sunday night, it's NBC. Monday night, it's cable, satellite, ESPN. Thursday night, it's streaming on Amazon. Thanksgiving Day, it could be broadcast, streaming, satellite, or you name it, same month. So it's like that's the concern.
Yeah, these are America's sports. Congressman, great to see you. We'll be watching your work. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Jim Jordan. We'll be right back. Stay with us.